everyone. Peachy Cantello here. Oh my gosh. Guys, I just finished watching this movie on Prime. Alright, if you can see it. Emergency. Oh my gosh, guys. I just finished watching it. It was like when you look at it, you don't think it's gonna be much. You think it's gonna be just ridiculousness because it says it's a 2022 movie. It says ready for a night of legendary partying. Three college students must weigh the pros and cons of calling the police when faced with an unexpected situation. So just from that alone, I was just like, this is some silly, college thing. But I was just like, I'm not gonna waste time just flipping through because usually, like I told you before, when I'm looking for shows to watch, I'm a mom, stay at home mom. So I hardly ever get to watch a show or even finish a show if I do sit down. So sometimes I start flipping through, looking, reading descriptions, and then after 10 minutes, something comes up and I have to go deal with it. And I hardly ever get to finish or actually watching a movie or even a show because of that, or even begin. I don't even get to. So I was just like, this looks okay. It looks silly or whatever. I kind of judged it, I guess. Don't ever judge a book by its cover. And I kind of judged it. I was like, okay, it's going to be about college kids. Ugh, whatever. But when I started watching it, guys, this movie is nothing like what you think it is. It's not even close to what you think it is. It has so many nuances. It has so much depth. It has so much education. It has so much. When I say education, I just mean like things like, like a movie that kind of educates the public on things that are going on that people might not be aware of completely, but they happen to people almost on a daily situation, um, on a daily case. And this is what this movie was. This movie was enlightening. It was eye-opening. It was riveting. It was captivating. It was entertaining. It was Liam. Shh. It was heart-wrenching, heartfelt. It was everything that you want in a movie, like all the ranges of emotions. It challenges your emotions, your intellect, your worldview, everything you think you know about life. And it was just amazing. It was an amazing movie, so much so that I never do reviews. This is the first review you will ever see on my platform, and because it was just so good. If you have not watched the movie Emergency, please watch it. It is amazing. It is amazing. You will not be disappointed. And I'm telling you, I am so glad that I picked it. I'm so glad that I even made this time. Like I said, I hardly ever have time. I would have, after doing dishes, I would have probably started folding, that laundry over there, and then got the laundry that's in the dryer right now, started folding that and packing it away. By the time I'm done doing that, the baby would wake up and need a feeding, or I would have to get this one who's eating over there, get ready for bed. But I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore everything else that needs to be done. I did have to pause, of course, and go check on the baby because he was crying. Um, Turns out he just had a pee. But oh, look at the deer. I'm gonna miss these deer when we move, guys. We have these beautiful deer here. I know I'm doing a movie review, but I just wanted to show you these beautiful. Oh, come on. See that little deer behind the tree there, just eating? You'll see it moving around. We get so many deer. We're surrounded by so much nature here. It's so tranquil. It's so beautiful. That's one of the things I love about living here. And that's the one thing I'm going to miss the most. Okay, about this place. And that just that tells you everything. If I'm going to miss the nature and the tranquility, that tells you everything about this place. It's beautiful. But anyways, we gotta keep it moving, right? There's adventure of life, things change is inevitable. But anyways, yes, aside from that, I know I digress. Probably the other mom and deers and whatever are gonna come and join this little baby deer and eat some supper. But I digress. The movie Emergency, oh my gosh. It is amazing. I was just sitting there watching it while I was braiding my hair, and I was just like, oh, well, if it's bad, at least I gave myself time to watch something. And I got to kind of fix my hair at the same time, because I told you guys I did leave out some of these extensions to curl them, but then now they're completely matted together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna braid all the leave outs like so, and then I'll curl them at that point. I think it'll still give me the look that I wanted, but just without all this tangling, right? So yes, watch the movie Emergency. It's amazing. It's amazing. I can't say enough about it. The actors are good. The actors were amazing. Okay, there wasn't anybody that was like, oh my gosh, terrible. They were amazing, especially the three main characters that you see on the preview screen here, on the what do you call it, the thumbnail. Oh my gosh, those guys were so good. They were so good, and they really capture their stories, their characters, the essence of what they're trying to communicate. It's us. It's so many things. It's entertaining. It's a social commentary. It's everything. This movie is just, it just did it for me. I'm so proud of it. I am so proud. Who made this? It doesn't say. Anyways, whoever made this, whoever wrote this script, I am so proud of them. I'm so, so happy that something like this was put out there in entertainment. Growing up, we never saw stories like this. It was always just, I don't know, like just weird narratives of basically just the male, the white male ego, basically like that narrative. I don't know, you know, and their superhero mentality. Even if it wasn't a superhero movie, usually I find white men are typically socialized to have a hero savior type mentality, which is so far from the truth of who they are. So yeah, a lot of movies I grew up watching, and I'm gonna age myself. Yes, I grew up watching movies in the 90s, so you get a lot of very like machoism, a lot of chauvinism, sexism. A lot of that was packed in those movies, and this movies like this, these I'm so glad I'm raising boys in this era where they get a full range of human emotion of who they are. They can watch stuff. Obviously, it's not as there aren't nearly as many as there should be. We still need a lot more representation, but if they want representation, they can find it. It's there. If they want a story told from their lens, from their perspective, those stories are coming. They're there. And when I see stories like this, I'm so motivated. I'm a writer, guys. I am a writer. I'm very talented at writing, and sometimes I just want to get back into it and write stories and publish work again. I haven't published in like it must be a decade now that I haven't published anything. So I really, it motivates me to contribute to these works and write something and put stuff out there, um on any level, because we're always saying we don't have enough representation, but a lot of writers like ourselves, a lot of artists like ourselves are not writing. We're not putting stuff out there. So we should, all of you, I encourage you, put stuff out there, write stuff. Stories from our lens, from our perspectives are always wanted and needed. We want to see those stories. We want to read about them. We want to watch them. So please, I encourage you, I implore you, please write, please publish. Let's do this and provide ourselves and our children with the type of stories and the type of movies, the type of entertainment that 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 represents us and makes us feel and know we're represented, and not to just limit us to just our stories, but to know that, obviously we already exposed to, again, the white man's perspective, whether we like it or not, it's there. Even if you're not looking for it, it's there. So I want our children to grow up knowing there's more perspectives and that their perspective counts, and to go beyond their perspective as well and look at other perspectives of other races and other demographics of people, and different walks of life or whatever. I love these type of movies. This movie was just excellently, it was executed so amazingly, just so amazingly. I couldn't I'm just so glad I took the time to watch this movie. It's a beautiful, for lack of enough words to describe it, beautiful. It is a gorgeous, beautiful piece of art. And for those of you that are movie buffs or artists, you like films, watch Emergency, okay? It's playing on Prime right now. It is free on Prime. So make sure you watch it. It is amazing. I wish I had a code or something that I could give you guys to watch it for free or for a certain time, but I don't, unfortunately. But Prime, if you want to hook, if you want to, you know where to find me, and hook me up with that so I can recommend more of your shows. I will make it a point to make time to watch more shows and recommend more Prime shows. So if you want, you just hit me up in my DMs, and let's work something out here. But for everybody else, watch Emergency. Okay.
Mommy, help me. There's a monster.
Oh, look at the deer. Is that the mommy deer now?
Yeah.
And the baby deer?
Yeah.
Oh, just like you and your mommy?
Yeah.
I'm like, pumpkin. Don't put your feet up there. Anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you tonight. Watch the movie Emergency. Tell them. Say, watch the movie Emergency.
Watch the movie Emergency.
Say, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yes, it is absolutely amazing, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. And again, I'm gonna remind you guys, I hope you remember to be kind to yourselves and always, always, always be your own best friend first. Okay, ciao.